We're sitting here talking about a new war in the world of wrestling. A war between All Elite Wrestling, AEW, and World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. And here we are talking about Cody Rhodes taking a shot at Triple H. And we're all thinking, how the hell is Triple H going to respond to that? This is how he responded to it. He sat up on his throne and said, AEW, alright, you had yourself a great show. Oh, your show last weekend? Oh, it was great. But don't get cocky. I'm still king. I'm still the king of wrestling shows. NXT Takeover is still number one. Triple H told AEW, you Goro, and I'm Shane Sung. You Mataro, I'm Shao Kahn. I'm the boss. And until you outdo NXT Takeover, don't even think about stepping to me. Your fight right now is with Vince and the main roster. And until you are able to put on shows of my caliber, I don't even sweat you, son. Because I, the gamer, am the king of wrestling shows. And you know what, fans? He's right. He's right. NXT TakeOver 25, the 25th TakeOver, 25 takeovers, and not a single one of them has been below good. Every single one has been good to great to amazing to fantastic to outstanding to legendary. And this one is no different. Outstanding show. Outstanding freaking show from top to bottom. Every freaking match on this show. Amazing. Especially that main event. Holy crap. This is going to be my review of NXT TakeOver 25. Well, I'll be real with you. More of me gushing over how awesome NXT is. Yes. It's going to be me fanboying out. So if you're not going to be into that, just go ahead and just leave your like. Check out the description box for my ratings and stuff. And just call it a day. Because for the rest of the review, however long this is going to be, I'm going to be praising the living hell out of NXT. And why, once again, I feel like Triple H needs to take over. No pun intended. Just turn NXT TakeOver into WWE TakeOver. It really should just be WWE TakeOver. You watch shows like this, and you hear stories from Jon Moxley and other wrestlers about how Vince McMahon is harming the business, is harming his own company. Then you watch this show and go, this is what it should be. This one was what, 2 hours and 30 minutes? Almost 3 hours? Psh, I didn't feel it. There were parts in this show. I swear to God, I had to go use the restroom at some point in the show. I think it was around Velveteen Dream and Tyler Breeze. I held that thing all the way to the main event. And guess what? Guess when I went, guys? Guess when I went to use the restroom? When the show went off. And no, I didn't piss myself. Be quiet. But I couldn't leave the room. I couldn't leave the room. The show was that engaging. This is what it should be. If you ever just need to know what WWE needs to do to fix its problems, this is it. So, if this is the first time you're watching me, and you love what I have to say tonight, you want to hear me gush? You want to hear me gush some more? Subscribe and like the video. While you're at it, help expand the brand of your boy Alyx, man, by doing the following. That would be liking me on Facebook, following me on Twitter at DeLexManVX1, donating using PayPal, Patreon, or Super Chat. You can also send me questions and business inquiries at justalyxsworld@gmail.com. I don't know why I almost botched that. Let me try that again. Send me business inquiries and questions at justalyxsworld@gmail.com. That's justalyxsworld@gmail.com. But most importantly, buy yourself a Deluxe Men t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees. Love you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the review. We gotta talk about Tommaso Ciampa. Why? Because he was here. He was on the pre-show, and he looked amazing. Neck brace was gone. He was on top of the table, doing his greatest of all time taunt. He looks great. And apparently he's been cleared for non-wrestling activity. So he can't take bumps yet, but he can come back to work. Incredible. Incredible. Man, I gotta say, if we were ever to have someone replace Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, seriously, like Tommaso Ciampa, he was determined to get back fast. And we all said that he could get back fast.
Adam Cole is the champ, baby.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. But we'll get to him in a second. But yeah, he said he could get back fast. And we're thinking he'll be back next year. No, he's already back. It hasn't even been 5 months yet. How long has he been out? Like a month or something? 2 months? Jesus, he heals fast. He can't take bumps yet, but at this rate, he'll be taking bumps by August. That's incredible. Good to have him back. He won't be wrestling anytime soon, but he can cut promos. He could be on my TV screen just chilling. Hell, he could be building a match for his return. I'm just happy to have Blackheart back. And apparently, he isn't changed at all. He's still a heel. He healed up on the pre-show. He hated the fact that Gargano shared that championship with, peasants. Sharing Goldie with everybody. He said it's disgusting. Because that's his girl. Goldie is his girl. He's coming for it. I can't wait. Getting into the show. The first match. Matt Riddle versus Roderick Strong. I knew from the get-go this was going to be a great match. Well, I didn't suspect that it would be better than that. I said this was going to be a PWG kind of popcorn match. Honestly,
Ciampa will probably be back by the end of year.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Either by fall or at least the beginning of winter. That's for sure. Now, that's what I was saying. Honestly, I thought the PWG match of the night was the main event. Seriously, and I'm not saying that's a diss on the main event. I love the main event. We'll get to the main event in a second. Trust me, you'll love my thoughts on the main event. But this opening contest between Matt Riddle and Roderick Strong was the purest of pure wrestling matches you can ask for. It was amazing. If you are a thoroughbred wrestling fan like me, and you're a fan of matches like Angle versus Benoit, if you're a fan of the mat wrestling ground and pound, stiff, no nonsense, even New Japan kind of wrestling style, this is it. This is the kind of match for you. This was amazing. Definitely a match you need to go out of your way to see. And as I predicted, Matt Riddle won in a really, really awesome fashion. Oh, man. I don't know what they're going to do with Matt Riddle, but he's going to be big. Well, unfortunately, for him to be as big as he can be, it would have to be away from the main roster because main roster ruins everybody. We'll talk about that in just a second. Don't worry, I have a lot to say about Tyler Breeze's match, and I'm about to go on a rant too. Not on the match, but as a result of the match. But yes, Matt Riddle wins, and the sky's the limit for him. And then we get this super chat.
dude. Double or Nothing last week, Takeover 25 today, and NJPW Dominon next Sunday.
Dominion.
Are you excited to be in the We Want Wrestling era? I'm calling it that personally. Do you believe this could become the new greatest era?
You know what, man? That's a good question to ask. I think if you're just watching WWE, you're missing out. You are missing out on some fabulous wrestling. And that's okay. Like, some people are strictly WWE fans. They don't want to expand their horizons. I'm glad I did. It took me a while to do it. It took me a couple of years to get outside of that WWE bubble, but I did. And I'm happy I did. I don't think I'll ever go back. I don't think I will ever go back. Ever again. I can't. Not after shows like this. I don't want to go back. Now moving on to the rest of the card. Next up is a ladder match for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Fatal 4-Way. Undisputed Era. That would be KOR, or Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish, versus the Street Profits, versus the Forgotten Sons, versus Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. Remember the ladder match from NXT Takeover New Orleans 2018? You know, a show that I heralded as literally one of the greatest shows of all time. And I still say that. Not taking that back. To me, it is one of the greatest shows of all time. Well, that ladder match just got rivaled by this ladder match. This was phenomenal. This was unreal. The punishment these men took in this match, scary. I will be surprised if they all left without a broken bone. Someone broke a bone in that match. Someone came out with an injury. I will be shocked if they all came out, I'm good. Screw that. Someone got hurt. The stuff they did in that match. There were men being powerbombed in the ladders, people being back body dropped onto ladders, people being, hit with a ladder. There was a spot where Forgotten Sons had the ladder over their necks. They were doing some kind of a double bulldozer with the ladder. It was pretty cool. And then Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch, hooked them from behind and did double mirror image German suplexes. The ladder went flying because of it, and it almost hit Kyle O'Reilly, and that's when I went, if these guys make it out of this match alive, that would be a miracle. It's chaotic. It is that chaotic. It was insane. Even Jackson Riker had a pretty nice moment in the match. Just came in and dominated everybody, and then everybody said, screw this guy, and beat him up with a ladder. That was great. It's matches like this that make me realize, once again, Triple H, you have got to take over, man. No pun intended. WWE Takeover. That needs to be trending. We're going to get that trending. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tweet that right now, and y'all better retweet it or tweet it out yourselves. WWE Takeover. It's time. It's time. Forgotten Sons was a tag team that I didn't give a flip about. Now, I'm like, you know what? Y'all ain't so bad. The Forgotten Sons came out looking like fucking pros as a result of this match. Forgotten Sons. I used to hate on the Forgotten Sons every freaking night. And now I'm like, you know what? Y'all not so bad. Y'all, they showed out tonight. Oh, don't get me started on Undisputed Era. Kyle O'Reilly had welts all over his body. I think he lost a tooth. He came out like a freaking soldier at war. It was incredible.
Bobby Fish came out with a cast at the end of show.
Oh, he did? I must have missed that. Okay, there we go. That settles it. Now, was he actually injured or was he just selling? But, okay, whatever. I'm going to assume he was actually injured. So, yeah, I mean, there you go. He's probably not the only one with the cast. And then finally, the Street Profits. Wait. No. Back it up. Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. First off, amazing work. Both of them. I think eventually they have to get a run with the tag team belts. I will be upset if they don't touch those belts. They probably won't, unfortunately, but they should. They looked great in this match. There was a spot where Oney Lorcan was just chopping everybody. And I was just like, oh my goodness, Walter, I didn't know you had a twin brother, a little brother or whatever, but it was crazy. Okay. Street Profits. My boys, the Street Profits are your new NXT Tag Team Champs, and I couldn't be happier. That was a legit mark-out moment for me. I love the Street Profits. I've always loved them, and I'm so happy they're champs. They deserve to be champs. Easily one of the most entertaining aspects of WWE. Not just NXT, but WWE. And honestly, if the War Raiders were not going to be champs, yes, should have been the Street Profits. I thought Undisputed Era was going to walk out the belts. Matter of fact, I was certain they would. And like I told you guys, NXT always tends to throw us a curveball. I think they threw us plenty of curveballs tonight. This was one of them. I think we all suspected it would be Undisputed Era. They gave it to the Street Profits. Awesome! They're going to be great champs. Easily one of the best ladder matches I've seen this year in a long time. I loved this match. It was chaos. It was chaotic. It had everything you could want. I think there was a little bit of blood in there too. A little bit, not too much, but there was definitely gore. Freaking Kyle O'Reilly had welts here. It was not for the faint at heart. An amazing match. One of my favorite ladder matches I've seen in a long time. I loved it. And the Street Profits were champions!
Yeah, Bobby Fish came out in arm sling.
So, the result of war. Thought that was really good. Let's talk about this next match. NXT North American Championship. Velveteen Dream taking on the returning gorgeous one, Tyler Breeze. Main roster. I'm looking at you, Vince. Tyler Breeze proved one thing, and one thing tonight. One thing only. That he is a star. That he was a star. And he always will be a star. And as far as I'm concerned, he needs to stay far away from Vince McMahon. This man had a phenomenal match with Velveteen Dream. I loved every single second of this. And it's incredible when you think about it, because I thought this easily was his best match ever. He's had a lot of amazing matches. This to me was his best one. So it goes to show you, once and for all, that the main roster ruins everybody. So here's what we're going to do. Triple H, listening? I know you are. No, you're not. I don't even know if you care about me. But if you are, get Apollo Crews. Get the Ascension. Let them have fun with the recent call-ups, EC3, the War Raiders, Ricochet, Alyx Black, blah, 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 blah. But after about a year or two, when they get buried and main roster forgets how to use them, or unless you take over, they were good, but you probably won't. But once they get buried, bring them all back. Bring them all back. All of them, including Kalisto, Cedric Alexander. Bring them all back. Keep them all in NXT and just start your own show. Because we all know, once and for all, that the main roster is a horrible place to be. It really is. Tyler Breeze was nothing. He was a nobody. A nobody for years. He came back, and then one night, he's back. Prince Gorgeous is back, and I loved it. He's back, and he's better than ever. Fantastic match with Velveteen Dream, and my goodness, Velveteen Dream. I don't know why he wants to go to the main roster, bruh. Triple H is doing you a favor. Stay on NXT. Just stay on NXT where you can have amazing matches like this, and then have my favorite moment of the match. There was two of them. First off, the selfie moment where Velveteen Dream had Tyler Breeze on the announcer table. He took his phone. He's all like, smile, goddammit. And they had the selfie. Love that. Phenomenal. Love that. My second favorite moment was the sell for the Unprettier. The way Velveteen Dream sold for the Unprettier and that near fall. I actually thought Tyler Breeze won the championship for a second. They had me. But he kicked out. And of course, Velveteen Dream wins with the Rolling Death Valley Driver, and then the Purple Rainmaker. Love it. Velveteen Dream retains. After the match, they have a selfie together, and then Velveteen Dream, poses and goes off on his merry way. It's just sad. It's just sad that we can't have this. We could have had this on the main roster, but unfortunately, Vince is so caught up in things that make him laugh and make him entertaining that this can't happen. Triple H is all about pleasing the fans. This is all about pleasing himself, and that's why Tyler Breeze can't be a star on the main roster, but is a star here and will be a star anywhere else he goes. Next match is the Women's Championship, NXT Women's Championship. Shayna Baszler versus Io Shirai. I'll admit the weakest match in the show, but still a great match. Still a great, great match. I honestly liked the post-match more than the match itself. And you know what? It was a... Listen, Shayna Baszler to me is one of those wrestlers that is only appreciated by old school wrestling fans, by someone who appreciates how things used to be, by someone who's a fan of matches like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Ric Flair, or, the pure wrestling classics. Because that's what she is. She's an old school throwback in 2019. With a little bit of flavor mixed in there, but that's basically what she is. So I understand that not everyone is going to like her matches. But I thought this was great. I thought Io really brought it to her. I thought both women did their thing. And, Shayna Baszler retained, as I knew she would. I thought Candice looked freaking awesome when she was swinging that kendo stick like freaking Becky Lynch did. Or like Asuka did and was beating up Shayna's girls. But, of course, the focus was on Io. Again, match was great. I want to talk about the post-match. Can we talk about the post-match? Let's talk about the post-match. So Io snaps. She loses, and you can say she becomes a sworn loser. Not a sore loser, but the sworn loser. A sore loser. Gets a kendo stick and goes freaking Samurai Jack. Oh, Jack! Gotta get back. God damn it. Freaking Samurai Jack on Shayna Baszler. Just completely wipes the floor with her. Shows an aggressive side that I haven't seen in a while. I haven't seen it at all. I'm just like, ooh, I like this Io Shirai. Then she gets she hits her moonsault off the top rope. Then she gets a chair from Candice LeRae, climbs up the turnbuckle with the chair, places it on her chest, and then does a chair-assisted moonsault on Shayna. And I went, dang! I like this Io. I don't think it was a heel turn. I just think it was... And see, I hate that. I hate when people just... Oh, well, she's acting like a heel. She's a heel. No, it's just a nuance. It's just a very nuanced advance to her character. Simple as that. She's just a lot more aggressive, and I like that. Clearly, this is not the end of Io versus Shayna, but this was a good start.
I'm kinda surprised Kyrie didn't go for the save.
I was kind of hoping... Here's what I thought was going to happen. I thought the girls... Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke were going to attack Candice backstage, and then Kairi Sane and Asuka would run out to make the save. That's what I thought was going to happen. No, they did the route that I kind of figured they would go. So what I think is going to happen now is that Candice LeRae will get the match, the Women's Championship match at the next Takeover, and then she'll fight Io Shirai, who I think is on the verge of a heel turn. I think she's on the verge of one. It would be nice to see her as a heel. We'll see. Or she could just get the rematch at the next Takeover and win the championship there. We'll see. But this wasn't a heel turn. She's on the verge of one, but this wasn't it. Let's talk about the main event. Let's talk about this wonderful, beautiful match that we got in the main event. Adam Cole, baby, versus Johnny Gargano, Dos, for the NXT Championship, World Championship. Dave Meltzer made the statement, I forgot which Wrestling Observer he made in, but he made the statement that their first match at NXT TakeOver New York was the greatest WWE match in history. On his scale, of course. He gave it the highest rating out of any WWE match ever. Yes, higher than Shawn and Taker. Yes, higher than Austin and Brett. He said that was the greatest match in WWE history. disagree with that. That match was a classic. NXT Takeover New York had definitely one of the best main events it's ever had. Greatest match in WWE history? I don't agree with that. This one, though? If Dave Meltzer was to come out today and say this is the greatest match in WWE history, I won't argue against him. Do I think it's the greatest match in WWE history? Look, I'm not going to go that far. I don't know. I personally think it's just as good as Austin and Brett. It's just as good as Shawn and Taker. It's just as good as any other classic WWE match or wrestling match that you've ever seen. It is definitely a match that I will remember when I am old in my rocking chair talking to my grandchildren. This was phenomenal. This is the kind of match that makes me proud to be a wrestling fan. This was wrestling. The art of wrestling. It had counters, it had drama, it had fake outs, it had, it had some controversy in there with the referee getting knocked out and Adam Cole threatening to bring out, his boys. And the story was, could Adam Cole beat Gargano by himself without help? Well, he did. He did. It took everything to make it happen. Oh my goodness. Gargano, I swear to God, Gargano is... You ever just... For example, you ever played a video game on, very hard mode, or in this instance, just... I'm trying to think of, a game that had, an extremely hard, ridiculous mode. I'm trying to... Critical mode. I'll think about Kingdom Hearts 3 critical mode, where literally you could die any second. So, think about that. And then multiply it by 10. That's Gargano. Guy was kicking out of everything. Everything. And even I was just like... Man, I was getting to a point where it's like, man, if Adam Cole doesn't beat him, nobody's gonna beat him. There ain't no way in hell anybody's gonna beat Gargano. He was OP tonight. Kicking out everything. I wasn't complaining about it. I thought it was incredible. Holy crap. I mean, Adam Cole had to freaking pull a Thanos, break the moon apart, and then throw that on him. And then go get some more freaking stars and then do a meteor shower. And then he was able to beat him. He did everything to Gargano tonight. How many Panama Sunrises did he hit? 2 or 3? One on the outside, and then one in between the ropes, and then the regular one. So many pile drivers. If you're a fan of pile drivers, you got it tonight. So many super kicks. Oh my goodness, the super kicks in this match. And by the way, taking a pause, Bridgeport, Connecticut, which was the town they were in tonight. The arena was sold out. It was only 10,000. I love the way it looked. I love the way they used the arena to make the show look better. They had the spotlight on the ring and stuff. It was really, really cool. But Bridgeport, amazing crowd. Awesome crowd. You really helped the show out. I keep telling y'all, good crowds help a show become greater. Bad crowds kill a show.
Can we talk about the weird rapping entrance?
No, we're not going to talk about that. Fine, we'll talk about, was it Joshua Williams or whatever the hell he was? It was something different. I'm not really tripping about it. It is what it is. Was it something that I was all hyped for? No. Did it really hurt the interest for Adam Cole? No. It was just something different. I didn't really think it was all that special. I just thought, okay, he's rapping over the beat, and he's doing all right. That's it. All right, back to the main event. So, to beat Gargano, Adam Cole had to hit 3 Panama Sunrises, a plethora of super kicks, 3 last calls? I think? 4? 3? 3. And then at the end, he had to do it in succession. Freaking super kick, and then Panama Sunrise, and then the last call, and then 1, 2, 3, Gargano loses. We finally have a new NXT champion, and his name is... We're going to do it together. You ready? We're gonna do it the right way. All right. Your new NXT champion, Adam Cole, baby! Yeah, Adam Cole. And let me tell you guys something. There was a point in this match. It was so high. It was so high in adrenaline. It was so high in drama. It was at a pinnacle to a point where I was just like, I don't even care who wins. I don't care who wins. Just keep going. You know? I was just like, I don't even care who wins at this point. This is just too amazing. Like these two have given us 2 back-to-back classic matches. And this one was better than the first one. I thought it was better than the first one. And now, what? We're going to do it again? Well, I heard Gargano has to deal with a knee injury, which is why they worked on his knee throughout the match. Again, I appreciate that. We're playing into real life here. He's attacking his knee, so he's injured his knee, so he's going to be out for a while, getting knee surgery and stuff. So he'll be back later on. Cool with me. Maybe Tommaso Ciampa will be back within that time and get a title shot. If not, Matt Riddle will. But, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. I'm happy Adam Cole won. Like, yo, well deserved. Well deserved. It was incredible seeing Adam Cole when he first came in 2016? The progression. Was it 2016 or 2017? I think it was 2017, excuse me. Yeah, 2017. I'm going with that. The progression he made. NXT Takeover War Games. And then NXT Takeover... what was the show where he fought Aleister Black? Okay, well, when he fought Aleister Black, and then he won the North American Championship. And then he fought Ricochet, which was freaking phenomenal. And then I think he fought him again. And then he had the triple threat match. Trying to remember what else he did. Who did he fight in? Was it Matt Riddle? I'm forgetting those matches, honestly. He was doing a lot of things. War Games. And then he had War Games again. That's right. And then who did he fight at? Who did he fight at NXT Phoenix? Forgot that match. Wow. That wasn't Matt Riddle. Whatever. Then he fought Gargano, and then he has this match. It's progression. Progression. And each match was better and better and better and better and better and better until we got to the point where, undisputed NXT champion. I can't argue against that. I can't. Because you want to know something? You know something NXT did tonight? Once again, NXT is showing you it is the better product because Adam Cole, who was already basically a star, was solidified as one. NXT makes stars. It makes stars. It makes stars, man. And I'm so happy for Adam. I'm a little sad that Undisputed Era didn't get their titles either. You know, it would have been nice if all the guys won the belts. But you know what? Shoot. Adam freaking Cole is the champion. Guys, come on. That's awesome. That is undisputed. So, I can't praise this show even more. I can't praise this show more. This easily was one of the best takeovers I've seen. Is it the best one? I don't know. I still think NXT TakeOver New Orleans from last year was the best one. But, yeah, absolutely. Definitely one of the better ones out there. But, what do you guys think? Tell me down below, what was your favorite match of the night? What do you think was, in your opinion, the best takeover this year? I think, without a shadow of a doubt, this is the best takeover. So far. We still got the rest of the year to go. But, talk to me. What was your favorite match? How you feel about the results? And Adam Cole being the new NXT champion. I am flabbergasted with how good that main event was. But you know what? Once again, Triple H is showing us, listen, y'all can have fun with AEW, but I'm king. This is still my show. I still run things. Don't get comfortable with all your AEW t-shirts. I'm the king. I'm in charge. I am the king of wrestling. Don't y'all forget, Vince McMahon might be screwing up the main roster, but I run things around here. I am the king. And until you get on my level, AEW, don't come knocking at my door. Y'all can have fun with Vince. Hell, you know what? I've surpassed Vince so far, he ain't even an issue to me. Because I'm able to create great shows despite his craziness. Okay? I'm the real alternative. Y'all are an alternative. That's cute. But I'm the real one. So now, what is AEW gonna do? Because this is what I think. I think AEW was watching the show, and I think they're going, okay, mofo. You want to play? We'll see you at All Out. That might be the real war. I think the real war is NXT versus AEW. Because the next takeover is Chicago. NXT Takeover Chicago, right? And wait a minute. Chicago, NXT Takeover Chicago, and then AEW All Out in Chicago, right? Is that right? Let me look that up. Let me look that up before I just throw out craziness. Let me see. NXT Takeover August 2019. Okay. It is going to be NXT Takeover Toronto? Or is it Toronto? Oh, it's Toronto. Okay. Okay, when did I go back to Chicago then? When is Chicago? Okay, so it's Toronto. They dodged the bullet there. I was just like, oh boy, that's not going to be good for them. It's Toronto. Okay, my bad. I got my takeovers mixed up. So NXT Takeover Toronto versus AEW All Out. Boys and girls, like I said, if you're just watching the main roster WWE, you're missing out. Amazing show. Outstanding. I got nothing else to say. I loved it. Loved every moment of it. Congratulations to the new tag team champs, the Street Profits. Yes, sir. My boys. Congratulations to Tyler Breeze, who became a star despite losing his match. And congratulations to the one and only, say it with me, Adam Cole! Baby! Your new NXT champion. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe and like the video because you are watching the best wrestling commentary on YouTube. And that, my friends, is undisputed. That was the first time I did that. I remember the days where I used to think that was stupid. I remember when I first saw this, I was like, that is the dumbest thing in the world. But now it's just like, let's go. I'm there. That's undisputed. You guys have a good night. This is your boy, The Alyx Man, signing off right here at The Alyx Man's World. Love you all, and I hope you enjoy NXT TakeOver 25. Let's go for another 25 years of awesomeness. Thank you, Triple H. Thank you, everybody. You have a good night. Peace.